starts with me joining Equity Bank Group immediately after joining high school, and then took advantage of boot camp that they had where they are airlifting young bright people to go study abroad. I joined the University of Toronto to pursue my computer engineering. And then I meet two gentlemen, and they are professional doctors. One tells me that my fiancé is making more money than me. So I asked the gentleman, is she also a doctor? And he says, no, she is an influencer. I didn't know what that is, so she educated me, matters what a social media influencer is. And then they tell me, you have a lot of time in your hands. How about you build a platform so that we can empower more influencers to earn, like the fiancé? We do that, get acquired successfully within 18 months. And then I always had this urge to come back and do something similar for us businesses. So we transitioned and started to do this in the Kenyan market. And then fairly quickly, we realized a few things. Of course, any business has to do two things. They have to market and they have to sell. What is changing is how businesses are marketing and selling. And then we realized that where these MSMEs are quoted to be the biggest contributor to GDP and job creation, they face one significant problem, which is lack of access to market, or at least they don't know how to do that. And that is due to three reasons. One, they don't have the digital marketing skill sets required to showcase products online. They have limited resources. And of course, we have an ecosystem problem, which is that there is a credibility gap. Most people don't trust small businesses when they are transacting with them. So Twiva is an influencer-powered social commerce platform that helps brands to market and to sell their goods and services through social media influencers. These influencers are known as content creators because they know how to create good content. They are trusted by their community, and our business model allows us to create value fast before we charge these businesses, which becomes a sustainable marketing and sales solution for businesses. There are 44 million MSMEs on the continent that are facing this problem, and it has a total addressable market of $13 billion US. But is it working? Last year we did revenues of 924,000 with an EBITDA of positive 200K, and we have managed to onboard 13,500 of these influencers on our platform and 3,000 businesses. We also supported by organizations such as Mastercard Foundation, FCDO, Challenge Fund for Youth Employment, and World Bank to scale the solution so that we can place this in front of so many businesses and young people who require this. We also are supported by 4 institutional investors through a pre-seed round that we raised last year. We have been growing 100% year over year, and we forecast a tenfold increase over the course of the next 3 years, and we aim to expand into 5 East African markets. Our go-to-market strategy is advised by having a client who is willing to pay us to be in those markets. So we recently closed a 6 million contract with Equity Bank to service them in the markets we are doing. So we'll start there. I'm joined by an amazing team of 2 more co-founders, Esther and Joy Mwangi. Personally, I have exited the business successfully. Joy Mwangi is also a second-time founder, and Esther has worked for multinationals in the financial sector to help us drive our finances. I'm here raising $2.5 million US, 1.5 pure debt and 1 equity. The 1.5 is to service the influencer marketing stream, and the 1 is to support us to scale our product and of course to go into these other markets. How do we make money? We have 2 main revenue streams. One is the influencer marketing, where you are connecting a business to influencers for purposes of raising brand awareness. And we charge a fee to manage campaigns, which is 25% take rate. And then the other vertical is social commerce. Businesses list products with 2 pricing points: a wholesale pricing point and the recommended retail pricing point. That gross margin is how we make money, and we have around 23 average gross margin. While other influencer marketing platforms just focus on brand awareness, Twiva goes beyond. We facilitate a direct transaction between this business and the customers, and that way we are able to empower businesses by putting money directly to their pockets. And some of our proprietary technology includes an algorithm that matches the influencer to the right product, but also automating content creation. We're using AI tools to easily pointed to the product description data points on the influencer side as well, and then generate content, give them solutions to push this across all social media platforms where they have a presence. I'll just use one example to show you how this is such a powerful platform for MSMEs and also for job creation. If a product is listed and is matched with 1,000 influencers, and today an influencer has an average of 4 social media platforms, that means that that product will be showcased on 4,000 online shops, all at zero upfront cost, with direct link where a customer can discover it on social media and gain a streamlined and a guided path to purchase. We believe the future of commerce is social and the future of work on the continent is gig-based. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Now, before I hand this over to the crowd for Q&A, I just need you to clarify your contract with equity. You say it's, what's the currency? Is it $6 million, euros, Kenya shillings?
6 million USD for the next 2 years across the 5 markets where they are in.
Okay, fantastic. Questions? There you go.
Hi. How long did it get you to the 200K EBITDA?
So that was for last year. We've been in operation since 2020 commercially. So first year we did 67K, the second year we did 350K, the third year we did 740. It can be a bit depending on what exchange rate you're using, and last year 924.
Thank you, Peter. I really love what you're doing. I just wanted to find out who owns the relationship with the client? Yeah. Is it Twiva? Is it the brand?
So we made those mistakes in the initial startup. So it's Twiva that owns the relationship all the way to the data, all the way to protection of that. It's part of our IP. So one of our clients is Safaricom today. So every other client, and we are Kenyans by the way, matters consumer behavior. So they want us to integrate our platform in there so that the checkout process happens on their platform, but that would mean they own the customer. So we say no to those kind of arrangements so that then that becomes part of our IP, and of course we can use that to innovate for the customer.
Next question. Oh, yeah.
Quick one. One is a clarification. Can you just clarify on the EBITDA again for last year?
200K.
200K EBITDA.
Yeah.
Got it. And then, can you just elaborate a little bit on if you see, if at all, any threat on what AI is doing in this space for you, specifically looking at the next 5 years?
Yeah, that's a good question. My background, my master's is in data science. So there is yes threat, but there's also opportunity. I'm just going to focus on the opportunity first of all. Remember what I said, that we believe that MSMEs don't know how to create good content. And that's why we're using or working with influencers to create better content. So what AI has done for us is to make the work of this influencer easier, in the sense that the content they generate is image, is text, and of course these products are already listed on the platform. So they can basically today just go to what we call shoppable content, and you just select a product, and then select the social media platforms where you want to push that content, and it will generate automatically the images with context. Because most people, and we have seen this, especially for the micro and the small businesses, say it's art that you want to place in your common space. They'll drop it on the floor, take a picture and upload. The AI tool is easily going to extract that, place it in a context, which is how it looks like in my house, and then generate the caption, and then it has the context of that specific platform. So if it's Instagram, it's very visual. There are hashtags, the emojis, and then it will also embed the link, so that if you're on Facebook, and then you discover that content, then you can easily click and then go straight to the checkout process. The other one is, okay, we have 24,000 SKUs on the platform, you have 13,000 influencers. How do they also know what products will make sense? So you pull data points from the social media platforms, and then you have the data on the product side, and then you use an algorithm to recommend products to these influencers. You would assume, and I recognize that I can see two influencers in the room, that they would know what their target audience or their followers know. To some extent, yes, but there is a human bias. If you're selling, say, if you do makeup tutorials on YouTube, you would assume that maybe it's a lipstick that you want to sell. Maybe it's not, it's a different product. So we use this algorithm to easily recommend products to the influencers so that you remove the chaos. Because one thing has changed. It used to be that people find products. That's you go into a traditional e-commerce platform and you search the product that you want. But the shift today is that products are finding people. So you're just spending time, and young people are spending 3 to 4 hours on social media per day. So they're just spending their time there, and then you discover a product because it's just looking at your behavior and what you're consuming. So we are leveraging those data points to better personalize the products that we are recommending to the influencer and by proxy to the customer. So there is threats to some extent where you have like AI influencers, but I don't think we will embrace them like we have embraced human beings. So they sort of like the co-pilot. So for example, if you stretch it further down the line, if you go into live stream selling and you're an influencer, you can basically spin or clone yourself, and that co-pilot can continue to live stream and to explain products to your customers where you sleep.
Got it. So just final one, please. So what valuation are you raising on for the 2.5 based on the EBIT of 200? And then the other question is, how would you see this EBIT actually improving because of AI? Right? I'm assuming from just what you say, you're deploying quite a bit, but how do you see this EBIT improving?
Yeah, so we are raising it at 12.5 M pre-money valuation, so 13.5 because it's 1 M equity and 1.5 pure debt. For AI, number one is optimization. We have a lot of data points. Just think of what you can draw from the influencer side from just one account. It'll amaze you once you see the quantity of the data that we have all the way to the quality. So then we can use AI to optimize this product influencer matching algorithm. And allow me to go here. When I say influencer, don't assume it's that it's just celebrity influencers. What we are realizing is that it's common people like you and I. The industry would call them micro influencers or nano influencers. But it's basically you selling to your community or your friends. My friends will see me with a watch and I'm easily going to influence them. So those are the people who are having amazing traction. So then these are people who wouldn't know how to even navigate the social media ecosystem. So that's where the recommendation algorithm becomes a very